Hi friends, I am going to show you my round robin task management system that I created for people who have brains like me. And by I created, I mean I sent an SOS help message to Andrea from Spreadsheetables and said, "Hey, I'm having a really hard time finishing tasks. This is how I've been doing it, but I keep forgetting to come back to my tasks, so please help." So I'm going to show you two ways that you can use this task management system. One is for tasks and one is for projects. So I am always going to tell you guys that if your brain is capable, if you are at all able to start a task and go all the way through and finish it without hopping around to other tasks, that's what I want you to do. If you are at all able to do that, that is going to be the best way to be efficient with your time and be the most productive. However, my brain does not work that way. So a lot of times I'll have 5 different tasks, 10 different tasks I'm working on, and I'm bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And then because I have ADHD, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So I might have 10 emails that I need to write. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to knock these out in a batch, blah, blah, blah. And then I get distracted. Guess what? I don't come back to them. And then they're overdue. And I'm like furiously typing to get them all finished. And it's not my best work. So this round robin task management system is for those who have a brain that works like mine. If you are able to complete a task start to finish and you don't get distracted and you don't need to rotate, you don't get bored, this video is not for you. Please, by all means, go work on your tasks. However, if you're struggling, I want you to at least try this and let me know how it works. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to File and make a copy that goes into your drive. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is to enter the number of rounds you want to do up to 15. Now, for me, on my tasks, I do 5, and on my projects, I'll do more because they're ongoing and long term. So I'm going to show you both ways to do it. So the first way is I have 5 boxes. That is because the tasks that I have to do, not that I love to do, that I have to do, I usually am bored or distracted or my brain is melting 10 to 15 minutes in. So if it's a 15, like if I wanted to do it in 15-minute chunks, I would have it in 4 rounds because that would make it an hour. But I'm doing it in 5 rounds and I'm doing 10-minute chunks, and then I'm going to give myself a 10-minute break as well. So let's start here. We're going to start with clean email inbox. I literally can only do this for 10 minutes, like I said, before my brain is melting. So for 10 minutes. The next task is practice Spanish for 10 minutes. This is because, again, my brain starts melting after like the 10 to 15-minute mark. I just stop like processing. So I know that I can get in, I can do 10 minutes of Spanish, learn something awesome, take some notes, and then move on to another task. My next task in this round robin is to work on help desk for 10 minutes. Same reason, after 10 minutes, I'm done. I'm toast. Those are the tasks I can only do for 10 minutes. There are other tasks, though, that I can complete start to finish. So, write an email. That I can do an email. I can usually do more than one actually, but I don't want to push it. This is a very gentle way for me to get my tasks finished. So, write an email. I can always write 2 in a row if I want because I can do the round robin in any order I feel like. The goal here is just that I have to get all of the tasks completely done. So I have to practice Spanish for 50 minutes total. So if I'm like it, and I also have to clean my email inbox for 50 minutes total. So say that I'm on a roll and I'm cleaning that inbox and I'm jamming, listening to some music, I'm doing good. Maybe I do it for 30 minutes. That's cool. Next, Spanish, or next, write an email. It's whatever I want. But you're going to check these off as you go, and you're going to get that progress marked off. So write an email, and then let's see, schedule 10 Facebook group posts. I have 3 Facebook groups. I do not want to sit down one day a month and schedule all of the posts anymore. I used to. I used to be a beast, and I would just schedule all my posts for a month in one sitting. But now that I have 3 groups, Absolutely not. So schedule 10 Facebook group posts. Well, if I do this 5 times, that's 50 different posts. That's enough for one of my groups for a month, generally speaking. You can change these to where it fits what you need to do. Like if I needed to do 100 and I wanted to do 10 at a time, I would change this to 10 rounds, right? And then I like to throw in some little brain candy because I'm a child and I am not disciplined. So once I have checked off all of these one time, I reward myself with 15 minutes of keyword research because I don't need to do keyword research. I have a million ideas, but I like really enjoy it. I love doing it. And so it might even be keyword research for someone else. It doesn't matter. I'm doing 15 minutes of keyword research like as a reward for doing all of these things, right? And so you're just going to keep rotating through. Hey, clean my email inbox, practice Spanish. Oh, maybe I'm going to do 2. Okay, go, go, go. As long as I did all these, I get to reward myself. And as I keep going, look at this. Bravocado, you're halfway through. Keep going. And so I just keep going and keep going. And this might not be over the course of a day, you guys. It might be over the course of a week. It doesn't matter. This is about you and how your brain works. All right. This is just a system that I use and that works in my brain. You're going to have to tweak it and do it how it works for you. Okay. And then when you do all of them, it says you completed all of your tasks. Yay. Okay. So that's your little dopamine hit as well as a gold star, which we all love. And that's one way to do it. Okay. Now, the other way to do it, just pretend these aren't here. We're going to start a whole new thing, but this is actually mine that I'm using, so I'm not going to retype this. Okay. Um, Sorry, guys, that was a different size and it was driving me crazy. Okay, go down here. So now that's one way to use it. Again, you can change these rounds and go with it, but right now it shows over here total tasks 6, tasks to do 6, and then tasks completed. It says 0 now, but before it said 6. All right, so now I'm going to show you the other way to do it, and that is because I have lots of projects. I'm going to reiterate that your first blog or business or project or membership should be profitable before you use this to rotate through businesses and blogs and different projects, okay? Again, your first business needs to be profitable. I do not want you guys to just be like, oh, Sadie said I could do a round robin and then I'm going to have 5 different businesses. Absolutely not. Until your first business is making your goal amount of money. So say that your first goal is $1,000 a month. Cool. Until your business is making your first $1,000 a month, you do not get to use the round robin task management system for different businesses. However, many of us juggle multiple blogs and multiple blogs are profitable. Awesome. If you're one of those people that your first one's already profitable and you want to add another, then we're going to, and again, this is completely separate. I'm not going to have these on the same page. I'm just showing you how to do it. I wonder if I can duplicate this and show you that way. Yeah, let's do it that way. It'll be easier. All right. So I'm going to make this 15 because that's the max. And look, it's going to add all the little boxes here. So now we have 15 boxes or 15 rounds. And so for me, this is going to last for like a whole month probably because I have so many different projects. All right. So I'm going to put in my projects. I have my tarot blog. Okay. And then I have Pips, which is my free group, Pips Lite, etc. And then I have VIP. I completely separate those out because VIP takes so much more energy from me that I can't just say Pips and work on all of them. VIP is like a completely separate business, which is again why I tell you guys just to do one tier. It's why I tell you to do minimum viable membership. I don't want you copying what I do in VIP and even how I deliver in VIP. That's not the goal here, you guys. I love VIP and I've set it up how I want it, but for you guys, I want you to have a more passive business, and less hands-on. All right. So we've got tarot, we've got pips, we've got VIP. I've got an India blog that I purchased that I'm working on. I've got a Wandering Smileys blog that my husband mostly does, but I do need to get in and check it out from time to time. And then I have a Mommy and Me blog that I'm building to either use as ad revenue or sell. I'm not sure yet. Probably sell. Um, but these are all the different projects that I'm juggling. Okay. So now so I don't neglect one of them. I'm gonna go through it and be like, oh, I worked on my tarot blog today. Oh, worked on Pips today, worked on VIP today. Did not work on the India blog or Wondering Smiley's blog or Mommy and Me blog. Okay. So tomorrow when I log in, I'm gonna see this and I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me start with my India blog. Let me go ahead and put in an hour of work into the India blog. And then if I still have energy after I go through, because I'm going to work on these, I'm going to work on Pips and VIP every single day, pretty much. So if I still have energy the next day after I work through these, then maybe I'm going to work on the Wandering Smileys blog. And I'm going to go back through the next day. Let me do a little India blog. But guess what? This one's being neglected. So I need to make sure that I check this out. I need to make sure that I work on this. And so one of the ways that I make sure that I check this every day is that I have it in my actual like whole project management calendar system as a task. So let me show you that real quick. Okay, so this is probably really overwhelming. I don't want to freak you out, but this is my task management system and it's always up on my other screen. Okay, so I know exactly what I have to do, when I have to do it. It's connected to all of my calendars, all of my emails, all that. Okay, but basically, what I do is I have a morning routine right here. Can you guys see this? Here's my morning routine. I need to take my thyroid medication, get dressed, have coffee with my husband, feed and cuddle all of the dogs, and then when I get to the computer, I need to check my round robin tasks, right? So whenever I log in, I know right away, okay, I've done the thyroid med, get dressed. The reason I have it like this is because when I sit down at my computer, I can check off thyroid, get dressed, coffee, and cuddle dogs. Those are all dopamine hits. I get the little check boxes, right? Like, yay, you're already doing something before I even really do anything. So put it in there as much as you need to, like brushing your teeth, that kind of thing. But basically, what I want to show you here is that you need to check your round robin tasks or projects or both daily. So no matter what it is that you're putting on here, I want to make sure that you're checking in with it every single day. Okay. So whether you're doing tasks or projects or you're doing both, I just want to make sure that it's not out of sight, out of mind, because that's kind of the whole purpose of this is I was always having like tasks on my list that ended up being out of sight, out of mind, and then I would forget, and then I would be late or I would be rushed. And like that's the whole purpose of this to prevent that from happening. So go through, make a copy of this, make this task management system work for you, whether you want to do 5 rounds and do tasks, 10 minutes a piece, whatever it is. Make sure that you also work in a little bit of brain candy. If you are like me, you're going to need it to make sure that you get through the day. And you might need to add reminders. You might need to set a reminder on your phone. I have a reminder on my phone for every day to check my task management system. You are going to have to set up accommodations. Unlike in school, when some of us could be like, oh, I need this, this, and this, and get some accommodations. Not all of us did, but some did. Unlike that situation, we don't have anybody creating accommodations for us whenever we're working from home and working for ourselves. We have to create them. So this is one of the accommodations I have to make sure my tasks get finished, because one of the things I hate the most is when somebody tells me they forgot. You did not forget, you just did not prioritize it. If it was a priority, you would have set an alarm. If your life depended on it, would you have forgotten? No, you would have set an alarm. You would have told a friend to remind you. You would have done everything you needed to make it happen, right? This is the same way. This is the same thing. You don't get to just say, oh, I forgot. Just because we have ADHD doesn't mean that we get to say, oh, I forgot because I had ADHD. Now I need an extra day to do it. No, we have to create deadlines and get the project done, because every day that we forgot and it delays the project or the task is another day further away from our financial freedom goals. So use this round robin task management system and let me know how it works for you. I absolutely love it. And again, thank you to Andrea and Melinda from Spreadsheetables for creating this for us. We really, really appreciate it.